Doncic pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good!
What's up, everybody?
Doncic wins
Welcome
the
back
game
to the
at the
Step Back
buzzer.
podcast. We actually filmed our first episode yesterday. Didn't get the audio, so it's actually going to be our first. I'm CJ. That's Ian. And this is actually going to be our first episode. And we're basically just going to talk about the Mavs the whole time and maybe tap into other things in the NBA. But let's get started. We're gonna tap into the Raptors game just a little bit and then talk about the Boston game a little bit later. First question we got for Ian today. Just how has PJ Washington kind of changed how our defense fits together?
I think PJ Washington brings the energy ever since we got him from the trade deadline. I think he's even picked up Luka's energy on defense. Like, I feel like a lot less stress is focused on Luka. So it also elevates his offense as well. And if PJ can really figure out his offense like he did against the Raptors, then we'll be in good shape. But like I said, we were talking about this earlier. I think that PJ can be potentially be our third option on our team for scoring. But yeah.
And I feel like also with his defense, he wants to guard the best player on the court.
Yeah,
He
for
wants
sure.
that matchup every time. And so that's what I'm kind of interested to see that, the Raptors, who's are really the number one guys is Scotty Barnes, but he's not really a point scorer. So we don't really
Yeah.
get to see it there. And even with the Pacers game, we lost that game, but they don't really have a guy who matches up well for PJ. Yeah, because he's 6'7",
He could take
Tyrese is
Pascal.
6'4". Yeah, I mean, he did a decent job on Pascal or Siakam.
Yeah.
That sounds weird calling him Pascal.
Yeah, the only guy we could stop against the Pacers was freaking Miles Turner.
I don't know.
30.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I really didn't understand our rotation on that, but I don't know.
we were playing too much drop, and that might be just Daniel Gafford's inability to play up sometimes on the perimeter.
Yeah.
But I feel like when PJ Washington came into the lineup, it also when we got him, it took away Grant Williams' inefficiency to do anything on defense. He was supposed to be our stopper, doesn't do that. Now you get a guy who's actually going to play defense and not talk. He's just going to do his role. And yeah, he's not making the shots, but he's actually playing defense.
Like you can tell, PJ has made our defense go from here to already here because I mean he guarded. What was his first game? His first game was against Thunder,
and he was on Shea.
Yeah, next and J-Dub.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything against him.
Mm-hmm.
Next game he guarded Wemby. PJ. Who was that after that?
The Suns.
Locked.
Dude, well, there was a couple possessions there where we're getting 3 stops in a row. I'm sorry. I've watched every game. That doesn't happen very much. That didn't happen before.
Especially against KD.
Yeah.
Mavs versus Suns.
Kind of sucks that Derrick Jones doesn't get much playing time anymore. I mean, he's just doesn't have the bag offensively that PJ does, but also been a great defender for us. That block on KD was nuts.
I mean, he really stepped up, I feel like, at the end of the Cavs game. I mean, he had a big stop.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that Derrick Jones, I think his role is more to come off the bench for us and provide those quality minutes off the bench.
And it feels like when PJ Washington is kind of doing what Josh Green really wants to do, but just doesn't have the veteranness to do it well. And now that you have both of them, it's kind of like they're on a string together now, working on against the 2 best offensive players. And I think that's a good 1-2 on defense.
Yeah, but talking about Josh Green, I feel like he's been really stepping up, especially both sides, offense and defense. I mean, he's been really efficient on offense. What was that one stat we were talking about the other day? I think he has the best corner 3 percentage in the NBA right now.
It's top 5, I'm pretty sure. Top 5. And it's on a lot of shots. He shoots a lot of shots from the corner. Before he used to take that shot, and I was not confident that he'd hit it. As now, I feel like it's going in every time he does it.
No, I trust. I honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I trust him more than
Tim.
Tim.
Tim from the corner, yeah.
He's been
But Tim on the wings, man. I like Tim on the wings. That deep wing shot. I always feel like that's a good shot for him.
Whenever he shoots those top of the key, fully contested threes,
Hell no. Hell no.
that shit was.
And we
Anyway,
finally got to see PJ Washington's offensive bag come out too. 26, I believe.
was it
4 for
26?
7. 23 or 26.
He had 23, but still, like, if he can do that consistently for us, I mean, it just looked like he was shooting without any hesitation.
Yeah.
And I feel
I
like,
mean, I think that was his first game he even shot 7 threes. So
yeah, and he started off the game hot. He had
first 8 points that we had.
first 8 out of our 10 points. Like,
Yeah.
he can just consistently do that for us, and we'll be in great shape,
Great shape.
especially to finish.
What do you think about the Celtics game today? If I remember correctly, we're plus 10 today.
Wild, bro. They're
What
wild
do they
for
think
that.
we are? What do they think we are? The Hornets?
Like, literally, bro. Like, come on.
Bro, we just lost to the number 2 seed by 1 point on a buzzer beater in the East
And we beat the number 2 seed in the West by 30.
by 30.
I don't
I don't
know.
understand
I
it,
think that
bro.
the Mavs will always be the most hated. Dallas might be the most hated
City.
sports ever.
Underrated sports city. They're always underrating us.
The only sports analyst I know is on our side is Tim Legler.
Tim Legler. Yeah.
He's great. And
JJ, I mean, JJ's a former
oh yeah,
Mav.
JJ
He
Legler.
likes the Mavs. So that's why I like listening to him. But
Yeah.
he gives a real opinion. You know, he's not biased though.
No, yeah. I mean, you saw his comment he had on his former coach. He did not
That
care.
was wild.
I
Dude,
couldn't
and then I
believe
was listening to the Pat Bev podcast, and JJ messaged Richard Jefferson on his way to the Pat Bev podcast, and they were like arguing about it or talking about it, and JJ didn't even know that Richard was on his way to the Pat Bev podcast, and that's Pat Bev's coach now. And so like
oh,
Pat Bev went on
what do you
live
think
on the
about
live
that?
podcast and was like, JJ Redick, Doc Rivers made you. He started you, and nobody else would. He gave you the chance. He's the reason you stayed in the league for that long.
No, I think it was wild because I mean Doc Rivers was his coach for 4 years.
Hey, he keeps it real though. They didn't win anything.
Yeah, I feel like the only time Doc Rivers has really proved anything was whenever he was with the Celtics when he had Paul Pierce, Rondo, and
He's always
KG.
had teams, and I guess they won that year, but
They won that year, but after that, like he's had the teams.
he's had the teams.
He hasn't produced. But like, I'm not gonna dog on Doc Rivers. I mean, he's still a great coach.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to the Celtics, like I think this is the first like this is a way different roster than what we had last time. Like
And we
last
lost
time
by
we
9 last time.
yeah, we lost by 9, and Tatum and Jaylen Brown were stat padding like a motherfucker.
I remember that. See,
And yeah,
he had 39 points, 15 free throws, 19 attempted free throws. 15 for
15.
19 from the free throw line. 41
And
minutes.
I know we put our bench in like maybe like early in the fourth. I don't really remember, but I know it was early,
It
and
does,
I know Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum were still on the court when Jaden Hardy was in, Grant,
it looks like
Hoover.
it was probably the last 2 minutes because Hardy played 2 minutes. So,
Yeah,
and
but
Tatum played 41 minutes. So that means he played the whole game, probably the whole game.
yeah,
It's absurd.
like their whole starters had 30 plus minutes.
And Luka's the only one who put up 40 minutes for our team.
But I don't know. This matchup will be interesting to watch because they finally have KP. They didn't have KP last time. But we have Gafford, we have Derek Lively. I feel like it's gonna be a way different matchup for him.
Oh, you know what sucks though? We're not good at shooting bigs. I've seen it so many times.
I just
Miles
think our
Turner, Cat, they all eat on us.
I just think our zone, like that's a flaw in our zones. Like if they have like they play a like a
They're gonna do that the screen where they set the screen down and have the shooter behind them, and it's just gonna be free all day.
they
We're
always
gonna
have
overload one side.
always an open three. I feel like in our defense sometimes. But like that's why like I think we need someone like Kleber, like you always say, like to really spread out our defense. Like I
Hmm.
feel like it's hard for Gafford and Derek Lively to play up top sometimes, but I mean they're still young.
Lively plays it a little bit better because he's longer, but that's the only reason. Maybe a little bit better on his feet, but also he gets in foul trouble a lot more, which kind
I
of
mean, I
sucks.
really think that Derek Lively and Gaff can I bet they keep KP below 20 points tonight.
Oh, for sure. I don't think he gets over 20. Just because
But
there's so many people on that team. Tatum's this is his MVP matchup right now. He's gonna go for that 39 again.
yeah, I don't know. And it's just like we just have so much more like on both sides. We have the offensive abilities, offensive weapons now. I mean, PJ, I think PJ's gonna have a great game today.
And I love when Kyrie goes back to a place where he played before. He always plays good.
No, he'll especially against Boston. He hates Boston.
He hates Boston, bro.
He hates Boston, bro. I think it's gonna be a great game.
Uh-huh. But 10 is crazy.
Luka's gonna drop 40. I'm calling it now.
40, 40. I see a 40, 40, 13, and 9.
I was saying like, yeah, I agree. I think that's a good prediction. Make all the free throws though. He's gonna make every single one of free throws.
He attempted 11 free throws last game, missed 4.
We had a bad game last game, I feel like. We just had a bad game. We were down by a lot.
Yeah, Luka put up 30 shots, bro. That's absurd.
That's absurd.
And that's probably because he wasn't getting his foul calls. He was probably just
Well,
throwing stuff up there.
and also I think like we didn't really talk about this like yesterday a lot, but Kyrie has been producing, bro.
They
You
said it
see,
wouldn't work. They said it wouldn't
I don't
work.
know why like people just like they just want to hate on him, bro.
Hmm. I don't know what
Like,
happened.
I don't
And
know.
he's been quiet. He's been away from the media. The only time you see
Hey,
him now, he's smiling.
yeah, he's just smiling, bro. Just let him be happy. Like,
I
goddamn.
know people want him to be the old Kyrie. They want him back. They want to talk about him, but
The only
he
thing
gives
that
you
we
nothing
ever
to talk about,
The only thing that we ever see on social media nowadays is him joining the Lakers. Like, bro,
bro.
he's
He's
staying
not
on
a
the map,
Laker.
bro. Like,
We
chill
got him
out.
for 3 years, bro.
Like, goddamn, bro. Just let the motherfucker be happy. He's fine.
Hey, Lucas stat line last game though: 30, 13, and 18.
That's a slight performance too. It was a slight 30.
I
I
was at
wouldn't even,
home though.
it probably even lower, and it definitely lowered his
Points per
Oh
game.
wait, I thought you were talking about our game against the Raptors.
Oh, I mean that's still lowered his points per game because he only had 30 in that game
Yeah,
too.
he shot bad, but
Shout
you
out the
know,
Spurs though for beating the Thunder last night. We needed that. Shout out the Lakers too for beating the Clippers. We needed that.
but we need Lakers to
Um,
we need to chill out too. We need them to low key chill out.
hopefully, shout out to the Timberwolves tonight. Hopefully, they beat the Kings, and hopefully, the Pacers beat the Pelicans tonight.
Big goals.
I think those are the main games tonight that I looked at.
NBA games. But yeah, I think us going into the game being plus 9.5, plus 10 is wild. I understand it's in Boston. I understand they're the number one seed by a lot, but a
But
team is
they
a
don't.
stat.
They play the East, bro.
Yeah, if they were in the West, they still do have an insane record though. Like we talked about it. Like
All right,
they're
they're 13
pretty.
and 6 against the Western Conference this year. Let's see the teams that they lost to.
They're 13-6.
They lost to OKC. They lost to Golden State. They lost to Minnesota. So they've lost to the number one seeds.
Mm-hmm.
They've lost to Denver, the other number one seed. They lost to the Lakers and the Clippers. They've lost to the top seeded teams in the West.
Like if they had to play the
They had to
West,
play those teams consistently 3, 4 times a year, bro. They're not,
they're
and they
not
play
40.
in the East
Well,
where everybody is a Boston fan. The only place you go and there's not Boston fans everywhere is The only place you go where it's not all Boston fans is New York or something, and Philly.
No, yeah.
There's so many Boston fans.
I just think the East is so garbage. It's just such a big, like, the competition's so different.
Dude,
Like,
outside, if you get outside of like the Northeast, bro, the teams, I guess the Heat are made the finals last year, but, or was that last year?
the
Yeah,
Celtics literally choked. See that
choked.
that's another reason. I think that's why the Celtics are gonna be frauds. I
They
think
don't
the only
play. They don't play. They don't have to
I think
play
the,
those hard teams consistently.
and Jason Tatum, like I mean, I'm still a Jason Tatum fan. I don't hate anyone on the Celtics. I think Jason Tatum would just need to prove himself to me in the playoffs. Like I know that if no matter what, if he has to face Jimmy Butler,
Folding. He's folding. But now he has such a good team around him that he can fold. He can go 1 for 9 from the dude. You remember when he scored fucking 7 points in a series in a playoff game? I think
yeah,
it
I
was against the
remember.
Warriors in the finals, and they lost by like 7. Jaylen Brown had 30.
Them having Drew Holiday makes the biggest difference, like for real.
They really have like 3 lockdown, like not lockdown, but like above average to elite defenders on the perimeter, and
Drew
that's not
Holiday,
even
Jalen
Jaylen
Brown,
Brown, Derek
and
White.
and they still have KP. Like
Yeah,
I think he's pretty good at defense.
I mean, yeah, he averages. I mean, he's 7'3". He's gonna average 3 blocks a game nearly.
And he doesn't what is he, the fourth option, third, fourth option?
Fifth option on some nights if he wants to.
Yeah, like I don't know. They just have the versatility to be great. But they just need to really prove it to me in the playoffs. They're like the Cowboys of the NBA right now.
Who comes off their bench? Al Horford.
Um, let's see. I'm pretty sure does Derek White start? Derek White starts, right?
Derek White starts at the 2. Yeah,
Dude, Derek White, like he could have arguably been another guy like
he's gonna make an all defensive team. I bet he'll make an all defensive team.
Derek White could have easily been an all-star this year. Like we could have argued him to be an all-star. He was in the all-star voting. I don't
Um,
know.
they were talking about him, but there's so many stars. It's hard to put a player like that in your in the All Star game. I mean, when I guess the West is just better, but like
Oh, bro,
when De'Aaron Fox ain't making it.
Peyton Pritchard, bro, he's been playing great too, off the bench.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's free. I hope he gets minutes tonight.
Dude, they have Al Horford too. I totally forgot about him.
Okay, that's what I don't like about their team. Like their starting 5 is elite,
But
but you
then,
got Sam Hauser, Luke Cornett, uh, Xavier
I guess,
Tillman.
oh yeah,
Like I just don't know. I guess they have enough guys who could just they don't have to start all starting 5. They can
I feel
do
like their
1 and 2.
starters will always play like upwards of 33 plus minutes a game.
So there's always going to be like 2 starters in
Why?
the game.
Like I don't know. I just feel like you're relying on like little amount of players.
Yeah, you just have so much firepower.
Like someone
But
like if they played against someone like the Nuggets, like their bench, I think the Nuggets bench is like you can easily rely on them. They have Reggie Jackson off the bench. They have DeAndre Jordan. They have
do they have
who
DeAndre Jordan
else?
still?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And we're not it's Ross. No, but like I just think that the Celtics would definitely lead against a team like Nuggets.
Like when I look at our team, dude, I feel like they have a better starting 5, but we're deeper. When I guess I don't know. Daniel Gafford's your 7th best player, 8th.
Dude, like Daniel Gafford could easily be starting on arguably like I bet like 23 plus teams. 23, 24 teams in the NBA. I think he could start. I just feel like the
Okay,
NBA I don't think the NBA has that many deep bigs. Like, I feel like it's kind
No,
of hard.
that's why it was so rare that we got one.
That's coming off the bench. It's only playing about 20 minutes a game.
All
I
right, let's
love it.
see. He wouldn't start for the Celtics. He wouldn't start for the Cavs. He wouldn't start for the Bucks. He wouldn't start for the Knicks. The 76ers, no. He would probably start for the Magic. Who's the Magic center?
Wagner,
No,
Mortiz Wagner, or
Mo
Mo
doesn't
Wagner.
start. It's
Gafford would start on the Magic, I think.
Wendell Carter.
Oh yeah, he's pretty.
I
He's been playing one of the or this.
yeah, I'd probably take Gafford over him. That's just me.
The only thing that like Gafford lacks is his shooting ability, but
Yeah. All right, he wouldn't start over the Pacers. He wouldn't start for the Heat. He probably wouldn't start for the
maybe
Bulls.
like 20 teams.
Probably wouldn't start for the Bulls. But like
Oh yeah,
no other team has that good of a backup center. Like he wouldn't start for the Nets. Like I'd probably take Nick Claxton over him just because of his versatility to play the perimeter.
yeah.
He'd definitely start for the Raptors.
Mm-hmm.
Hornets, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Pistons. Ooh, that's hard. You taking him or Dalen Duran?
Ooh. I feel like they're like the same player. Like to be honest, like I feel like
Yeah, they
Derek
kind of
Lively,
play. They kind of play like that mean ball inside with the rebounds and stuff.
Live, Gaff, and Duran. They're like the same players.
I bet the Thunder would really like him if you got to play Chet at the four.
Also, like I think he was starting. I honestly think that I think he was starting the Clippers. I'm gonna say it.
Over Zoo?
Yeah, bro.
Nah,
Like
dude. But I think that's
Zubac,
just because that might just because the Clippers. I think the Clippers really like Zoo. They've kept him for so long.
he kept him for so long.
Yeah, like they got him back in the trade when from the Lakers.
Damn, I guess Gaff really wouldn't even start.
But
I
he's
don't
the
know
one of
why.
the best backup centers. I can't name three backup centers that are better.
He was for sure starting the Grizz.
Yeah, because they don't have Steven Adams
They don't have
anymore,
Steven Adams anymore.
and they were starting Xavier Tillman. They traded him away. Definitely starting the. Yeah, I take Daniel Gafford over DeAndre Ayton. I'm sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
hmm
Lakers, obviously, like maybe put Anthony Davis at the four.
You could do that, but like backup center wise, he's one of the best behind like Naz Reid, Mason Plumlee.
Oh yeah.
Uh, and after that, it's like
I love Mason Plumlee. Mason Plumlee is good.
he'd probably start on the Warriors if they wanted to go big ball. He'd back to big ball. Draymond back at the four. Yeah,
Who even starts right now?
they put Draymond at the five.
Huh.
It's Draymond, Kuminga at the front court, and then Podovetsky, however you say his name, Curry, and Wiggins. I think
Dude, the Warriors been playing pretty well recently. I'm gonna be honest.
last 10, they're 8-2. Dude, the West is just playing good right now. Nobody's losing. Like we went on a
No one's
7-0 run
losing.
and we didn't move.
I don't know.
We're
It's
eight
so
and two in our last. We're 8-2 in our last. And Lakers are 7-3. Warriors are 8-2. Suns are 7-3. Pelicans are 6-4. Thank God the Kings are going back to life or going back to normal. They're 4-6. That's helping us out.
Oh yeah, we need the Kings. Like I said, I hate being in the freaking West, bro. It's so stressful. Like, I don't want to play in this play. Like, this playing's gonna be tough. We're gonna have to. I feel like if you're gonna play in, you might have to play.
Do we think we can win one game? Because right now we would play.
Will we be the Lakers or the Warriors?
We would play the Warriors right now.
I think we would. I think we match up well against the Warriors.
We match up really well because we would out rebound the hell out of the ball.
You don't have to worry about Kevin Looney and the Kevin Looney Dwight Powell matchup anymore.
God, that was awful. What a
But
great
like
series Kevin Looney had versus the Kings. Remember that? That was a great series.
that was an insane series. That was last year, right?
When they were both getting like 14 boards a game, him and DeMontis Sabonis.
Sabonis, bro. I still think it's crazy that Sabonis didn't get an All-Star this year. He leads the league in triple doubles this year.
Wait, hold on. We have to go back into our talk about the Pelicans because they're the 6th seed. Nobody's talking about them. But we still won't talk about them either.
No, like we said, like Pelicans are the most not talked about team in the NBA. I think it's going to stay like that.
The Kings are the Pelicans.
The Pelicans,
Yeah, the Pelicans, bro. Nobody talks about the
no
Pelicans. They're
one
just
ever talks.
quietly the 6th seed in the West, in front of the Lakers, Mavs, Kings, and Warriors.
I just hate that, bro. Like such a like if you think about it though, like I just think that they could be a little bit better coached. Because like if you think about it, their team has a lot of talent. Like CJ McCollum, BI, Zion, Valanciunas, Herb Jones,
Trey
Murphy.
Murphy. Yeah. They
Like
have,
they're
and then they're Jordan Hawkins shooting like
Jordan Hawkins.
45%.
Jordan Hawkins went off against the Mavs,
Mm-hmm. He,
but
kind of the reason we lost. Yeah.
no, yeah, I think he had 27 against us. He had like 6 threes.
Mm-hmm.
Absurd. But like
Once
I don't
again,
know.
we can't guard straight shooters. We can't guard them, bro. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. They get open so easily against us.
All right, I want to ask you a question.
All right.
What do you think about Tim Hardaway being our third option?
Or
Our
what?
third option for scoring, like his dad said.
Oh yeah, his dad on that podcast. Dude, he's just. By the way, I don't know if I'll sound different, but my AirPods just died, so we can take these out. They're not doing anything anymore.
You sound fun.
Okay. No, Tim Hardaway being our third option. The only reason I say it's good sometimes is because he's not scared to shoot at all. He'll shoot. He can be 0 for 6 and he'll still shoot like he's 4 for 4. And
I think
that's like the hard part if you put Jaden Hardy into the starting lineup or like into his spot and take his minutes. Jaden Hardy doesn't have that confidence yet. PJ Washington, yeah, he's already getting 30 plus minutes a game, so he already dug into Tim Hardaway's minutes.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Tim Hardaway's probably getting like
Game going.
23 minutes per game. Sounds about right.
Like against the Magic, or yeah, against the Magic when he had 41, right? What was that game? Him and Kyrie both had 40.
I think that was against the Bucks, wasn't it?
Is it the Bucks? Or is it the Nets?
Let me look it up. I don't know. He's just so streaky. He's so streaky.
He's really streaky, but I also think it's because we set him up for like sometimes his dad was right on some points. We set him up for his first like 3 shots to be like we got to get him going early, and we got to learn if that shot's going in or not early.
Yeah, because if he's not hitting in the second half, like
If it's not, he does start panicking and turning the ball over. And that's you can't have him turning the ball over.
I mean, we obviously saw it firsthand against the Pacers. That
Yeah.
made me. I was about to rage watching that game. Let's see.
Yeah, there was one pass he was trying to send it from the left wing all the way to the right wing on a bounce pass. Bro, what are you doing, dude?
He had 41 against it was against the Pelicans.
Pelicans, yeah, that's right.
He
And
shot
was a needed win.
9 for 15 from 3.
That's absurd.
Next game, 0 for 7 from 3. Like, bro,
Freaky.
we need you to hit, Tim. Damn. What was that stat you always say? You always say if we're above 500 team, if he's shooting above.
Oh yeah, we're like a over 600 team when Tim Hardaway shoots over 30% from 3. 30%, that's not even that good. But when he shoots below, we're worse. We're like one of the worst teams in the league. When he shoots below 30%, we're one of the worst teams in the
He
league.
shoot 9 threes, bro. He's gonna make 3 of them. We're still dub.
Yeah.
Especially Luca and Kyrie. The way
But Luka shoots below 30% from 3. It's like similar numbers. It's crazy that a role player like Tim Hardaway, our 6-man, has the same effect as Luka Doncic just from hitting threes. He's really our X factor. You can't let him get hot, or else you can't stop him.
Yeah, and like I
That's
don't know. I just feel like ever
Right.
since the trade deadline, I feel like the trade deadline has like really affected like
his confidence.
confidence a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I mean, he was a what? He was like number 2, number 3 in 6-man of the year rankings.
He's 2 right now, I think, behind Norman Powell. I think
Yeah,
it's not Norman Powell.
but still, like I don't know. He just needs to get his confidence up,
Who was it?
and we'll be straight. He needs. I also hate when I hate when he drives. I never know what he's about to do when he drives.
He's not. He's pulling up for a midi, and I don't know how people still fall for it. He's pulling up for like the little like small little sidestep midi that he does from the
Oh, yeah.
left corner. Who's number one in?
6 man of the year rankings.
Yeah, I want to say it's somebody on the Celtics, but we just went through their starting 5. It's 6 man, so it's not.
Well, I thought does Derek White start?
Derek White starts.
Oh, Malik Monk.
Malik Monk is number 1. Yeah,
I
he's
think
averaging
yeah,
16 points a game. Yeah,
he's doing really good,
Malik Monk is secretly one of my favorite players in the league.
dude. This is it. This is it now. Damn, Malik Monk, Karis LeVert, Naz Reid,
That's fair. Nas Reed is huge for that team.
Norman Powell.
All above Tim.
These are all above Tim.
Damn.
And then after that, after Tim, and then it's Tim, and then Westbrook.
Dude,
Westbrook.
all right. We're gonna start doing a segment every episode. It's gonna be called the Flamin' Hot Takes. It's brought to you by Flamin' Hot Wings from Kansas. So, Ian, what's your hot take of the week? They're mostly going to be Mavs related, by the way. Mostly going to be Mavs related.
Okay, yeah. My hot take for the week. Without injuries, no doubt Dirk Lively would be a top 3 in the rookie rankings.
All right, so when we do these hot takes, I'm always going to fight back on his hot take and see what he has to say about it. What about Brandon Miller? So you obviously got Wemby and you have Chet. What about Brandon Miller?
I just feel like I feel like Derek Lively just makes more of an impact on our team. Like I think that we'd definitely have way more wins. Like I'd say that we'd probably have like 5, 6, 7 more wins if we had him on our team, or if he wasn't injured for like some of those games. Brandon Miller, like
I have it pulled up already. The Mavs are 25-16 with Derek Lively on the court.
come on.
Some of those games aren't full games because he went out with an injury, so that has to be like counted for a little bit. But we're 25-16, which is about 600 record.
I'm saying like Brandon Miller, like yeah, he's been doing great. He's been doing good, but like,
and he's been on limited minutes the past 4 games. He's only played 20 minutes a game.
Another thing, and like Brandon Miller, like he's playing 30 plus minutes a game, but like they've won like 4 or 5 out of their last like 6 games, just because like after the trade deadline they've just been going crazy. But like if they didn't win those games, they'd have like less than 10 wins.
Yeah, they'd be
Like
I like the take. I like the take. I think
yeah.
I think so too. I don't know if he can make an all rookie team because he didn't play 65 games. I don't know. So
That sucks. But I just think that he's someone that brings energy on our team, and like he's he makes a major impact on defense for us.
and I think everybody likes him too, dude. He was all around All-Star weekend doing interviews with like even other players, like other teams.
Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy to think that he's 2 years younger than us.
He is younger than us.
Like that's wild.
All right. My hot take of the week. PJ Washington holds Jason Tatum under 23 points tonight.
23.
23. It's not gonna be his night. I'm seeing a 1 for 9 from 3 tonight.
Hell, I know everyone would think that. That's a very hot take. But
Considering he had 39 last time, dude, he's not getting 15 free throws. Maybe in the Garden, he's getting 15 free throws.
yeah,
That's absurd.
23. Okay, I mean, if PJ is guarding him the whole game,
He's
I
obviously going to switch
I
because
think I think he can I think he can hold him under 26.
26. I think his line is 26 and a half. So if y'all are believing in us, take his under tonight.
I think the under is a lock though. The under 26 and a half is a lock.
Because I think
But
where we weren't good at last time was our front court, and he dropped 39 on that with 15 free throws. Now he's not getting Dwight Powell at the rim anymore. He's getting Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford.
no, yeah, it's such a big difference, like the matchup that we have this year or for this week.
On KD.
Like, honestly, I think that's a great take. I think I want him to hold him under 23. Like, that would be insane. Oh, it's such a big game for
Win the
us.
game if he holds him under 23, I think. Under 23, we win this game. And that plus 10 should have locked it in. Freest bet of the day.
Yeah, you guys definitely need to sprinkle some money on that plus 10 because that's a
It's
lot.
all worth it, plus 10. They're messing up.
But yeah,
But I think that'll do it for this episode of the Step Back Podcast. I'm Christian.
go.
PJ. That's Ian.
Let's go.
Your top 1% Mavs fans for life.
Let's go.
City on game,